We're gonna go in with battleships again, it seems. But it's not an ordinary battleship. This thing doesn't shoot guns. This thing beams you into obliteration with 3 beams on it. A lot of point defenses as well, obviously, as if you got beams, you want to get close. And 16 level 3 missile tubes. We'll see what gets out of there. Is this for torpedoes or is this for long range cruise missiles? Up here, a completely empty ship just for capturing, I guess. The cheapest ship you can get with a corvette. And then down here, Taco is bringing in an interesting small fleet. That the beams? That's the beams. That's the beams. That's beams ahoy. So 6 beams, 3 on a battleship, 3 on destroyers. This one also bringing in a ship with jamming everywhere.
The enemy is securing zone
I wonder how you get enough energy to have so many... Okay. That is interesting. What's on the other side? We have some empty capture ships as well, with minimal point defense. Yeah, but point defense. We have stage 3 frigate. Not another stage 3 missile frigate. Okay. And then 1 heavy cruiser with guns for the long range engagements. 1 hybrid light cruiser. 1 gun, EVOR, and some missiles. Some stage 2, some stage 3. And another one of these. 2 hybrid... Okay, these designs are hot. These designs are super hot. Like, I have no idea what to expect here. Yeah, we're having the wrong names up top. Imahoy versus third time. Third time in orange. Imahoy in blue. Coming in here. Taco going down south. Up here, the battleship of Melvin. Going around. Where is it? There we go. The beam battleships. But Alpha already getting taken by this little corvette. And if you only have beams, obviously killing that from afar will be tough. Killing this will be tough for the blue team. I'm not quite sure what you do against this thing. I'm not quite sure what they can do against this. You don't really want to make missiles on it. It also has some anti-missile missiles maybe here, or at least some flares. So it can defend itself against missiles. And if you don't have any major guns to shoot at it, it won't be easy. Okay, we have some guns against it. We have some stage 2 missiles as well. But the point defense should be able to deal with these, I would say. I would expect. Maybe not. Oh, and the beam got on target. Okay. This is not great. But the stage 2 missiles not maneuverable enough to hit on target. Missing the ship here. But beam is on, and that should end the life of this ship relatively quickly. You can't get fried for too long in these. As you can see, a lot of damage all around. The hull is cracking. And some gunshots coming in as well. Not super accurate on with these, but still, this ship is well fried. Has to get out of there. Over here, stage 3 missile frigate moving around. Corvette. What can it do? Yeah, that's the frontal mount beam destroyers coming around here. 3 of these, but heavy cruiser is now opening fire with its long range guns, and these have some massive damage. 450 millimeters leave their mark on enemy ships, especially smaller ones. HE rounds here will do massive damage. This ship has to disengage ASAP. You can't take this for much longer. Especially as the salvos have a good amount of hits. Out of 5 shots, 3 did hit. At least they got the kill here. The Cappy is down. Won't cap any more points. But it got the advantage for the red team. Red team is up 3 points to 2. Is grabbing points in 2 points more per tick. Already has a solid advantage of 30 points here now. In front of the enemy team. But over here, some more missiles go out on the hunt. But I don't think 2 missiles will be good enough. There should be enough point defense on a heavy cruiser. Let's see, what is the point defense here? Yeah, we have 2 Auroras on this side. No Auroras on the other side, so this ship has to keep this rotation for the whole game. If you ever get missiles in from the other side, this ship has a major problem. But obviously that's something you have to realize. On the other side, it only has antennas. So this ship needs to show this side to the enemy. It's not a symmetrical ship design here. It has only an extra antenna on the other side. Instead of the 2 Auroras it has on this side. Really cool design. Antennas are good to keep communication with your teammates. To get an intel from, so that one of your ships sees what the other ships see as well. And to, if you get jammed, maybe get information from the other ships that you wouldn't see otherwise. And to reduce redundancy from enemy jamming and so on. Extra antennas on this ship as well. So, yeah, interesting first engagement. Blue has to do a move though. Blue, first of all, has to do a move because they need to get close to the enemy to deal damage with the beams. And also, they need to capture points. They are behind here in points. They need to do something about that. They need to do something about that. One beam destroyer moving around. The Corvette flying around here. Let's see what it can do. A lot of E-warfare for sure in these fleets. Let's see what can be achieved. Shot flying out. Going southbound. Did it try to... What? Was that a shot on this ship? Or was that just a ship shot into the open? Okay, beam destroyers feel spotted. But this might have just been a shot. It might have just been a warning shot. Like, expecting that there are ships around there. So just scaring the enemy away. Heavy cruiser is lying in wait behind the rocks. Having a line of sight on Alpha though. Making it hard to capture that. Meanwhile, the MLV Red trying to go around to B. But this light cruiser could come up on it. And these are hiding as well. I mean, red team only has to wait now. Blue has to do the move. We will see what they can achieve with that. Shots coming in. Oh, one of the light cruisers got spotted. Missiles flying in both directions though. And there's not too much PDDs on these beam destroyers. One Aurora. Can it do the job? Oh, second Aurora helping out. Oh, last second, but the hit got through. Beam is still active though, so getting that beam on target would be lovely. Should be in range. I'm not sure what the job here is. More missiles coming out on the other side. This time, stage 2 missiles. 2-stage missiles. Aurora not firing anymore. Missiles do hit. Rains missiles from the other side coming out as well. But they don't seem to quite have the spotting that they wanted to. Meanwhile, stage 3 torpedoes coming in here as well. And this destroyer for sure is dusted. Beam trying to shoot. Trying to find something, but it seems like jamming is good enough that it doesn't get spotted here. The beam went into nowhere. Some missiles though finally did the hitting. Rains coming in. Beam is slightly missing. Okay, now on target. But at the same time, missiles here coming in. Some hitting. Beam still online. Did a good amount of damage there, I think. Missiles, only a couple of hits in the front. Still have some beams. And the second stage here of these hybrid missiles gets instantly activated, as these ships are so close that the long range part is not necessary. And the Marines not really finding their target. Not really finding their target here. But the Pragmatists do a way better job at that. And the battleship is out of position.
The enemy is securing
Battleship
zone
is out of position. That's the heavy cruiser. Really doing a good job. So this is not looking good for Taco's fleet down here. Not sure what the battleship's deal is. At least B gets taken. I'm surprised that this is not trying to do anything down there. As if this would come around, it could for sure change the tide of battle, I would say. But yeah, these couple of beam shots that we saw here were for sure not enough to cripple this light cruiser. Light cruiser has taken some damage, but this is not good enough. And both of these should be dusted. This one still is shown as active, but as you can see on all the steaming vents, and there's not much still alive on this ship. Well, 2 guns in the rear, but I don't think they can spot target. Magazine might be might be out of commission as well, and this seems to be it for these 2 destroyers. But Blue used the action to seize B, and maybe could use this to capture A as well. So the heavy cruiser is still watchful and having an eye on all of these. Meanwhile, destroyers here got taken out. This should be interesting. Okay. Let's go. This is the last remaining game of round 1. Let's see. Here we go. What can the battleship do? It's lying in wait. The power is getting close to try to get to capture. I'm surprised this light cruiser here is inactive. I wonder what it thinks is up there. This beam destroyer has to be taken into a position where it maybe can protect Alpha. And then maybe this Stifa S Berlin could capture Point Alpha. Maybe jamming the heavy cruiser. Heavy cruiser getting into position where it can help out against B. And the red needs to be careful. If it gets spotted in the open, the heavy cruiser will most likely shoot it out of the skies. Or out of space. The decoy has its beams in the wrong direction right now. If this is a torpedo corvette, how good is the... two good torpedoes out of this into this battleship could be devastating. Still, red team currently in the point advantage, but blue is getting up there. And here we go. What will the interaction be? Both sides should see each other now. Will there be a quick reaction? Turrets not rotating. Now they start rotating. Missiles. Are they coming out soon? Trying to get closer, it seems. At the same time, light cruiser popping up on the other side. Beam is trying to get on target. Not being targeted though. Meanwhile, ooh, stage 3 missile. No shots out of the park. There we go. A chef, but that's too late. That was a torpedo hit on... Yeah, this ship is gone instantaneously. Corvette is gone. Dagger won't be captured. Meanwhile, in the other direction. Okay, two of them hit. In the other direction, the beam is active as well. Is blue team bringing it around? 3 beams, 4 beams on this light cruiser should be enough to kill it. The corvette being shot out without getting any missiles out. The big question will be, what is in these missiles here? Can they help out the heavy cruiser to kill off the battleship? Because if not, this might be a tough battle now for the red side. The beam turrets here doing their damage. Time has been taken. The rock torpedo on the hunt. I would say point defenses on the rich body ain't too numerous anymore. And there is no other ship to help out with PTDs. So this torpedo here most likely will hit its mark. And that should be the end for the rich body. Okay, rich body out already anyways. The beams did their damage. So the 2 rocks actually even overkill here. And that's the comeback here that the blue team needed. It could have ended in disaster if the par could have gotten any of these torpedoes into the battleship. That could have gone completely wrong here. But the ambush battleship did work out. 1 light cruiser out. Other light cruiser is now firing missiles. I'm not quite sure onto what. Are they going for the red? Yeah, it looks like they're going for the red. Now shooting off. Okay, that would be an important kill. The red is not looking massive, but it made the difference so far by capturing B. If B gets retaken by the red team, obviously, they will get up more points again. And then the blue team will have to find other points to capture. Might have to go into the middle with its battleship, position that it might not want to be in. And yeah, the red should be dusted here. 3 missiles like that. Yes, instantly gone. Corvettes can't take any damage basically, ever. So the casualties have been slightly equalized. The Cappy, 2 corvettes and a light cruiser versus 2 destroyers and a corvette on the other side. So casualty rates should be equal. But now red team will take B again. So blue team has to take either Alpha or go for a flank attack onto E or B. B might be too slow, so I feel like Alpha is the point to go for. Maybe trying to run the enemy down here. Question is, what will the Beamy Boy do now? Beamy Boy, okay, it looks like a move toward around the corner here, down to the E point. Yes, that seems to be the move. Well, the light cruiser in the meantime in the middle went nuclear. Reactor goes down. Big meltdown there. Nothing caused in the blast radius though. The Steffa as Erlen could maybe go for Alpha, but the heavy cruiser is still around. Heavy cruiser also now got some gunshots out again. Yeah, this has to be careful. Has to get out of the way. A lot of particles in the air now after this explosion. Up here, death has come to the red as well. The DK trying to move into a position. What can be done here? What can be done here?
Enemy secured zone boxer.
Alpha is the point under attack. Let's go. Ooh. Some more rain coming out. Can they hit their target this time? The Erlen did survive. Chef decoy going out. And we saw the bee. Yeah, the Auroras are too good for this. Auroras are too good for these. It should not make it through. It should really not make it through. Big question now is, as red starts to get a point advantage again, can blue make a move in time? There's also red. Yeah, I would expect the 6th hippie to go up to point C now. Maybe capture that. Beam Destroyer is trying to get into a position where it can do some damage as well. Has to be really careful though. Battlecruiser currently, I'm not... What are you aiming at? Not quite sure what it is, why it is rotated so weirdly. You need to keep some ships alive here for sure. Okay, these rain missiles move in weird ways. I'm not quite sure what is in them. Active decoy. I have no idea what they're... Are they guided with command? Like... Their seekers don't seem to work. They might actually be... They might be anti... radiation missiles? They might be anti-jamming missiles, basically. Oh, they're command guided, but like somehow they never seem to find their target at all. That's a bit weird. Maybe they're just empty missiles, lol, without any seeker. Just dummies. Vexizani flying up in the north. Oh no, up top. There is no. Can the beam battleship get the ambush? It needs to get it in time, as the point advantage by now gets significantly bigger for red side here. Rich boy has been taken out. But yeah, Alpha or Emil. Emil seems to be the point to go for blue. This might be able to maneuver around to B again. That's what you want as blue, Team Blue. I would say that's what you want as blue, Team Blue. Let's see, yeah. Trying to move around. The DK. Moving down south. On the other side, the heavy cruiser is moving up. I'm not sure if the DK has been spotted. You sadly can't see, you can't switch over into the line of sight. Okay. I think it's anti-radiation missiles. I'm pretty sure it's anti-radiation missiles, because now we got some hits, and there's the jammers on the ship. So I would expect the jamming to have guided in. So that is interesting. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Missiles now hitting. No point defense or anything on these ships. So now, though, the rain's going haywire again. Coming in. Either they're heat seekers. Like, yeah, I think they might be heat seekers. Either heat seekers or anti-radiation missiles. That could be it as well. And let's go. Oh, yeah, sorry. Gonna move this bit around. So Daniels, when yeah, maybe tomorrow or on Monday. And well, up top, the Erline is moving around. Arbrild moving around over here. Getting hit. Vexy Zany. Getting some shots onto target. Desperately trying to get into Alpha. Meanwhile, where's the Erline already? Erline really trying to move around into B, I think. DK nearly in C. Beam is flying. Though it seems to be completely lost. Oh no, it's trying to shoot the ship. Okay. Yeah, but that one is already out, done for. And the heavy cruiser still has some line of sight here. Still can get one more salvo out most likely. Ah, not anymore. So quite a couple of points here under attack now. Missiles not making it through either. Point defenses on the battleship working well. One missile made it through. Okay, second one made it through as well. But not all of them. Some get shut down. The Stage 2, the Pragmatists, don't seem to be good enough to make it through these battleships' armor. But there's a lot of them coming out now. So, herefore, we also have riposts. Riposts doing their job. Few hits this time. Only one or two. So if they didn't hit the reactor, they should be fine. But the stage 3 missiles did do some damage. This ship, for sure, is hurting. The turrets on top, both deactivated. Only the turret down on the bottom currently working. There should be enough repair teams to get this back into action. But at the meantime, damage is raining in from up top. At least, though, 4-1 points now. And even point B might be under threat by the Erline. Point ticking now way faster for the blue team than the red team. 8 point ticks for blue. Only 2 teams, 2 ticks per tick for Team Orange. So 4 times the speed in ticking. At the meantime though, this might be the finisher. More stage 3 hybrid missiles hitting the battleship. And if the battleship goes down, all of these ships can spread up and go for hunting points. Over here, Rain's coming in again. Hitting the target again. So the light cruiser might be crippled. Beam also on target now. Light cruiser stayed around for a bit too long. Oh, stage 3 torpedoes also coming in. That should be it for this one. Is the battleship still alive? The battleship still... No, it's dying now. Order given to abandon ship. Question is, can point B be captured in time? And then maybe red is not fast enough. Red is down to 3 ships only as well. It's 2 versus 3 ships and red has the point advantage. Emil should be captured quickly. Alpha might be captured by the heavy cruiser relatively quickly as well, but any more points being captured might not be happening in time. That's the big thing that Blue can hope for now, maybe. With the elimination of this light cruiser here, they for sure did a big part to trying to win this game. And another one of the torpedoes will hit the ship, and that this heavy cruiser, light cruiser should not survive. It's still moving somehow, some way. I'm not quite sure how this ship is still alive. 2 torpedo hits and like 5 or 6 stage 2 missile hits, plus a beam onto it for quite a while as well. I'm impressed by this light cruiser, but I wouldn't expect it to hold on for too much longer here. Beam on target as well. And the Rains now find their target too. I have no idea how this is still a thing. Beam once more hitting it. Team Blue now only 130 points away from victory. Point E still has not been taken. The battleship still gets... Oh! It actually recovered. It actually recovered. It actually even recovered its beam. How? Okay, this battleship is tanky. And Boxer is getting captured as well. It looks like the blue team will take the win here in round 1. And that is quite the impressive deed. Okay, the turret instantly got shot out down again, but the beam on the bottom is still active, and 1 beam is enough to finish off a frigate if you get it on target. And 900 points, only 100 points to go. And we might even go up to all points being blue. Red team might be too slow to capture all points here. And what a comeback here from Team Blue in this game. Really impressive. Really impressive game. Capturing the points at the most important moments. Team Red maybe a bit too slow in the capturing process. As if they would have played a bit more aggressive, they could have captured points a bit easier. The loss of the 2 light cruisers for sure brutal. But the battleship surviving this much damage was key. And the ambush on over here was well played. I wouldn't have had the patience for it. I tell you honestly. I would have lost my nerves. I would have gone out there earlier. But well played here by Team Blue. Yeah, the battleship is back online. Yeah, the bridge was dead, but they got it back online. And all the beams are back online as well. Impressive battleship for sure. Taking this many missiles. And still going fine. All the beams back online. A lot of other systems obviously not so fine anymore. Like quite a few of the Auroras being shut down. And the torpedo shaft, the antenna. Like you can see this thing for sure has seen some action. But it still is contesting Emil, and that's the important part. Alpha will be taken, but only 8 points. Next tick is the victory for Team Blue. GGVP, this is round 1 being finished. And third time might not happen this time. As the Beams Ahoy take game number 1. Round number 2 will be interesting. As now all 10 teams will play. And that should be good. Okay. This should be really fun. So, yeah. It will be a really good one. We will be in here in 5 minutes. We'll do a 5-minute break. So see you all there. Gonna get all the organization right. And then we should go in with another round. Round 2 coming up. Really interesting game that we had here in round 1. 2 pretty interesting one. The comeback in game number 2, really impressive. The missiles of the red team not quite doing as much as they wanted them to do, I guess. And that leading to a really good point capturing mission of Team Blue after they lost the 2 destroyers really early on without dealing much damage. But nice comeback here.